So a U.S. general surgeon just came out with the study that exposed some of the risk and some of the problems social media is having on young kids' mental health, and how it's slowly becoming a problem. The mental health risks are rising more and more, and how we need to solve this problem before it gets out of hand. So we're examining this video, we'll talk about it, and give you guys a solution or a breakdown of what's really going on. So before we get into it, go and like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. If you want to support or donate to the channel, all the ways you can do both are in the description below. So there is a study, there's a U.S. general surgeon, like he's the biggest surgeon within, I think, the American Psychology Administration, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna link the article below. But he came out with a study that was talking about how there's rising mental risk or rising mental health risk with children 12 to 15 using social media. There's a heightened rise in depression and anxiety to the likes we've never seen before. And you guys forgive me for that noise. There's some guy in front of me doing some trash. So if you hear that noise, just that's what that is. But anyway, the reason why in an article where he pointed out that the reason why they're feeling depressed, and the reason why they're having anxiety is because of cyberbullying and discrimination. Now, we know what cyberbullying is. People are talking mess to you online in the comment section. It's basically saying bad things to you, right? Discrimination, on the other hand, is a little bit different because there's all kinds of discrimination. There could be discrimination amongst a group, amongst a race. And recently, you know, if you guys watch social media, depending on your algorithm and the things that you watch, you without you knowing it, you might be discriminating against or be getting discriminated against from different pages or from different people online, right? You see this with the rainbow community. You see this with racism. You can see this in all different type of aspects, right? Asian hate, whatever it is, discrimination falls into that category. And so I've recently done something in my own life that I think is very critical. Recently, I've just deleted, and normally I do this on a frequent, like twice a year. Normally, I just delete social media, period, for like a month, at least twice a year. Right? And there's something about social media. There's two things we need to examine. We need to examine the fact that whenever you're on social media, you tend to compare and contrast yourself with others. And it causes negative emotions. It causes depression. This is the depression side of it, right? Because you think you're doing good, but then you look at somebody else's highlight of their life, and it seems like they're doing better. Now, is this always the case? No, but in your eyes, it looks like that. You see a guy in shape, you're like, damn, I want to get like that. Damn, he looks good. Damn, all the girls are liking his pictures and commenting hearty eyes under his pictures. damn, I feel like I ain't shit. These are the things and these are the thoughts that you tend to have when you're comparing and contrasting yourself with others. You feel like you're not doing enough. You feel like you aren't enough. And so once you gain this understanding, this false understanding, because once you guys go out in the real world, you don't see 6'4" ripped guys, 230 pounds. That's just on the internet. You see a person driving a Benz, right? It could have been somebody else's Benz that they took a picture in front of. Social media is optics most times. You don't really know who's really got it and who doesn't. But the average person doesn't have that common sense to realize that. If they do really have it, they don't have the common sense to understand that, hey, they had to struggle at some point to get to where they are. Right? That's one problem with social media. The second problem is exposure to information. Now, this is a very interesting one. Right? Think about all the times you click on your phone. You're on your phone. You should track the time, like the time on your phone. Some of you guys can track that. I know we all can track it, especially if you got an Apple phone. Sometimes it'll say, people will be like, you spend on your phone 10 hours a day. Sometimes you've been on your phone 4 hours a day. Do you guys know how much information overload that is doing to your brain? See, your brain only has a certain amount of space each and every day to process things and understand things. Another point that we need to examine is out of sight, out of mind. See, there's one thing I've noticed once I've deleted social media for that time period. I think clearer. There's no clutter. I don't click on the internet and instantly get overloaded with information and information. I'm getting told stuff that really doesn't matter most times. Told stuff that I really shouldn't even know about or care about. But since I'm exposed to that information, it causes me to process it, and it causes me to make an opinion on it, form a judgment on it. See, when it's out of sight, out of mind, you think clearer. You're not worried about what other people are doing. You're worried about yourself. You're worried about the things that you have to deal with in present time. It's like social media takes your brain and takes you to a different place. People talk about the metaverse. This is the metaverse. If you've been on your phone for longer than 10 minutes at a time, once you get detached from that phone, you feel like you went into another world. Right? So we have to get to the point to where social media doesn't clutter our brain. We use it incrementally for certain things, right? And that's what they were talking about in that article. They're like, hey, at certain times throughout the day, we should not use social media. And specifically in the article, talked about at mealtime. But here's where things gets hairy. This is where things get a little fuzzy. How do you monitor without invading privacy? How do we get these businesses to be more ethical in the technology when it's money millions of dollars in deceiving people online. How do we get them to be more moral, so to say, to help out these young kids struggling with mental health? It's a tricky thing. How do you stop a guy from doing that that's making millions of dollars? He's gonna give you some pushback. Excuse me if you guys heard that. That was my stomach. How do we have a viable solution? Because if we do not fix this, it's only going to get worse. I want you guys to comment your thoughts below in the comment section, what you think about this. Like the video on your way out. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to support and donate to the channel, all the ways you can do both are in the description below. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good day, good week, and watch your social media consumption.